KCRA 3 News. We begin with breaking news.
Tonight we are following some tragic breaking news out of the city of Stockton. Still no arrest made after a mass shooting at a banquet hall. Wounded 14 people, killing 4 of them. This all happened on Lucille Avenue at Thornton Road just before 6 p.m.
That's where we find KCRA 3's Peyton Headley on the ground right now. So Peyton, what have you learned since we last checked in with you?
Yeah, well, I want to run through the facts of what we know about what happened here tonight. So San Joaquin County officials say that the calls came in just before 6 o'clock about reports of a shooting. They say 14 people were shot. 4 of those people have died. They say they were inside of a banquet hall here on Thornton Avenue, or Thornton Road rather, for a family celebration. The Stockton Vice Mayor calling it a child's birthday party. As far as the victims go, we know that their ages range from as young as children to adults. But as far as specifics go, as exactly how old the people were who died as a result of this shooting versus those who are now in the hospital dealing with gunshot wounds, we don't have any specifics on age. But I'll step out of the way and I want to give you a live look at this massive scene here. It spans easily 200 yards down Thornton Road. A lot of the focus for law enforcement officials here is over on Lucille Avenue. That's where you can see those brick homes that they have lights shining on. That is where we have seen most of the detectives and the investigators. So again, we know this happened inside of a banquet hall. Officials were not able to give us the name of that banquet hall. They did say that it is where that Dairy Queen is down the block in that shopping center. And people who live in this area, who frequent it, they told me that it stretches from the Dairy Queen and then kind of back down through Lucille. So we're told that there's an access point that can help get people over to that area. So that's likely why that is where all of the law enforcement officials are centered. I did speak with a few people who were home when this all unfolded. They said it sounded like gunshots were going off for at least a minute. One woman actually thought that the gunshots were going to go into her apartment. She said she dropped to the ground and covered up her cat, worried that, gunfire was going to fly in and hit her. But again, this is a massive scene, a massive presence from law enforcement, California Highway Patrol, San Joaquin County deputies, the Stockton Police Department, the Department of Justice, the FBI, the District Attorney's Office. They all have a presence here tonight, and they are all working to figure out who is responsible for this shooting. So again, important thing to note in this investigation is right now they don't know who is responsible. That wasn't any information that they were able to share with us when they briefed with us around 8 o'clock tonight. That was likely around 8:30. We're not sure if there is going to be another update this evening. We did hear from the mayor and the district attorney within the last hour. They said they're begging the community, if anyone has any information about what happened here, to come forward and call them, reach out to Crime Stoppers, and likely with a gathering this large, all of these people inside of a banquet hall, there is a better chance that there will be witnesses and people who saw what happened and are able to point law enforcement officials in the right direction when they're going through the search and looking for the suspects. But again, the main facts that we have tonight really are devastating. 14 people were shot. 4 of those people have died. And we know that some of those individuals were children. We don't know how young. All of this happening while they're gathering with their family and celebrating a child's birthday party. Back to you guys.